Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Australia. So I've now officially moved back from Bangkok to Brisbane. And to celebrate this in my new kind of little janky workshop setup that I've got going here, I'm going to cut an Australian stone, and this time it's going to be some pipe opal from Winton, Queensland, Australia. Now this is material that I bought from an old miner, and he'd had it sitting in a safe like since the 70s. So this is like literally 50-year-old rough that's been sitting there for a while. But it's the sort of stone that doesn't always get that much appreciation because this kind of material doesn't always have like the best play of color. And I was sort of thinking that maybe with this sort of material, it would actually be better to cut it as a fully faceted stone rather than cutting it as a cabochon, because with the cabochon, though you do usually see that in opals, you don't always get the best sort of sparkle out of it, and seeing as the stones don't have that much play of color anyway, I thought maybe this is going to be a good way to actually try and get a bit more life out of them, and yeah, bit of an experiment, so we'll have to see how it goes. Okay, so I've pulled out a piece that I think will be a reasonably good piece. It's kind of got a bit of color zoning to it. Unfortunately, the kind of cool bands aren't exactly in the orientation of what would be the table. Like this would be the table. You can see what would be the culet, the pavilion down there. But the orientation of the bands is kind of in that direction, which is not so helpful when we want to cut it with like that as the top and that as the bottom. But it's kind of crystally, and I think it should be okay. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to use old Justin K. Prim's book again. We've got his The Secret Teachings of Gem Cutting, and I'm actually going to go with a trilliant cut, but I'm going to go with like the full sort of brilliant pavilion on this one, just because, as I said, these ones are a little bit on the not super bright side. So I reckon maybe if I cut it with more brilliant cut, at least then I'll be getting some sparkle coming through from the pavilion, so we'll get kind of like a bit of sparkle from the pavilion, bit of play of color from the actual opal, and hopefully it turns out alright. So let's see how we go. Okay, so we are dopped and ready to go. And here we have the finished piece. Now, as you can see, it hasn't really got a huge amount of play of color, but it has got a bit of sparkle from the faceting. And I think it's turned out better than it would have if it was just a regular old cabochon piece. At least we've got a little bit of sparkle now, but do you guys think it was worth the effort? Do you think we should have just done a plain old cab? Should we have done a carving? maybe something completely different. Let us know in the comments below if you think there's something better we could do with these, or if you actually really liked this one. If you do like this one, I've actually been working with my friend Art over in Bangkok, and he's actually already cut a whole bunch of these. So if you click the product link below, you'll find a whole bunch of these stones if you want to own one for your very self. But otherwise, yeah, I'll be super keen to see what everyone thinks about this stone and thinks if there's any way better or if this is the way to go. So maybe we'll do a video on one of the comments next time. And otherwise, catch you then.